Great, so now we're on to Snapchat stories, which really is exciting because Snapchat stories are one of the most powerful ways to connect to your audience out of any social media platform out there right now and any function on each platform. They really are a one-to-one connection, and they get viewed a lot more times than a tweet or a Facebook post or an Instagram post would. And I'll show you why in this lecture. First of all, let's see where to find Snapchat stories, and then I'll describe to you what they are. So opening Snapchat, once again, we get the camera feature. I'm going to scroll to the right, and we're in our stories tab. So this is where all the stories are compiled and able to be viewed. To view a story, all you have to do is simply click on it, and it'll play through the user's Snapchats in a sequential order. So it literally tells a story about what this person is doing. So stories last 24 hours like all other Snapchat content. I'm going to play a quick video for you now made by Snapchat that describes the purpose and the function of what a story is. And I'm going to jump back in here and show you how you can use stories, why you should be using stories, and why they're better than anything else you could be doing right now. So now we're back on my laptop. We're at support.snapchat.com, and this is where they explain exactly what a story is and what is the purpose of a story. It's a 48-second video, and it's really beneficial just to get a good understanding of what a story is. So I'm going to play this for you right now.
You say you got me in the middle of something. Yeah, you got me in the middle of something now. Oh, and how? You say you took it from the bottom measure, the one and only simple pleasure now. Oh, and how?
Oh.
I wanna live forever on a board in the sea. I wanna touch the silver lining, ruby shining everywhere. I wanna live forever, I don't care.
So as you can see from that video, it's a really great way to take an event or something that's happening in that day and put it into a logical sequential order to tell a story. And as you can see up here, stories string snaps together, so photos or videos, to create a narrative that lasts for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, you can no longer view this story, and your story for the next day will become what's viewable. So now let's jump back into my iPhone. I'm going to show you how to create a story and why it's so powerful. Okay, back into my iPhone. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a story. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because that's coming up in the next module, exactly how to use and send Snapchats. But I'm also going to show you why Snapchat stories are the most powerful thing you could be doing right now. So opening Snapchat, you get the camera feature once again. So I'm just going to click the little photo button down the bottom, or the big circle photo button. It's going to take a photo. I can send this story or this Snapchat by pushing that little arrow in the bottom right. And you can see that it says stories in the very top. So if I click my story and then push the arrow again in the bottom right, this is going to send this content to my story, meaning it's going to post it in my story, and anything I post after this will be in sequential order. So if I was to post a video after this, it would show this photo that I'm just posting right now, and then the video next. And the point is to really tell a story or tell the tale of what an event that's occurring right now. So I'm not going to post that right now, but what I have got for you, if I swipe back to my stories tab, you can see that I have a story called My Story at the top. This is my story of me going to lunch with a friend yesterday. And I made this story just for you. And there's a couple of reasons why I made it. One, so you can see how it works. And two, you can see the real purpose or the real power behind a story. What I want to show you here is it's me and a friend we live in Colombia, in Medellin, and we're going to buy lunch. And I've documented this and put it into Snapchat for everybody to see. And by doing this, and by people viewing this, they really get a good insight into my life and a good behind the scenes look into exactly where I live, what I eat for lunch, who my friends are, and what I do on a daily basis. And it really does build trust and a strong relationship with people who you have on Snapchat, including brands. So I'm going to show you my story right now, and keep an eye out, or just notice that you really do get to know me more by viewing this story. Okay, Snapchat story. Me and Sam are going to lunch over here. I'm going to update you guys on the way. Start of our journey to go and get some Middle Eastern food in Colombia. We are arriving at Turban. What are we gonna eat?
Lots of lights.
Something delicious. We are eating in Paquilleras.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yes, buddy.
Sam's already finished. I got one more plate. Ah, there's a fly. Cool. So apart from understanding my life a little bit better and maybe trusting me more and having a closer relationship just because you see what I do on a day-to-day basis, you also know that all the content in there would not be appropriate for any other form of social media. There's no way I would post that on a Facebook feed or an Instagram photo, just because they are very formal and official websites, and people are conditioned to only post the highlights of their life and the best things that's going on those forms of social media. But for Snapchat, you really can post real content, real genuine things that are happening right now, because the story will disappear in 24 hours, and people really do want to see the raw content. People want to see behind the scenes into what's happening, and it's a great opportunity as a brand or business to really relate to your customers and establish strong human relationships with them. The last thing I want to point out about Snapchat stories is they are so powerful because they reach so many people, and there's a reason why this happens. If you have 1,000 followers on Snapchat, it's far more powerful than having 1,000 followers on Twitter. And if I go to Twitter right now and I go to the top of my newsfeed, you'll see, and you probably understand, that all these posts are in chronological order from when they've been posted. So 15 seconds ago, 16 seconds ago, 15 hours, but this person just has retweeted it, 8 minutes, 31 seconds ago. So as you scroll down, it's very much in chronological order, minus when people retweet things. And if I do a crazy scroll like this, which no one would ever do, it's not realistic. I get down to this post, which was posted 22 hours ago. Now, there's no way I ever would have seen this post unless I was doing a crazy scroll for some reason. It just would have slipped past me, even though I follow this person on Twitter and expect to see their updates. It's because it's sorted chronologically. Coming back to Snapchat, of course, each story individually is sorted chronologically, but the thing is, all the stories are displayed on my newsfeed like this, just laid out in a list form, and they stay there all day, no matter what. They stay there for 24 hours. If I view them, they go from recent updates down to all stories. But they're still here on my stories tab. And this means you get a lot of people and a lot of your followers viewing every single one of your updates. I'm going to show you the stats from my story that I just showed you that I took of me and my friend going to lunch. You can do this by clicking on the 3 dots next to my story, and it'll open up the story in each part. So you can see Cool Little Creek. If I click on that, that was the cool little creek that I took a photo of on the way to getting lunch. So the eyeball and the number next to that is how many people have viewed that snap. I don't have so many followers on Snapchat. I have about 800 right now, but it's still growing. I'm going to show you how to grow yours as well. You can see 247 people have viewed the very first snap, which was going to lunch in Medellin. The last snap was the picture of my apartment, and it had 224 views. So only 23 people did not see this entire story if they started it. It has an incredible retention rate, an incredible amount of people viewing the story compared to the amount of people who follow me. So Snapchat stories are super unique right now, and they are by far the most powerful thing that you could be doing. I hope that you understand that, and I'm going to show you exact strategies of what you should be posting your story in order to connect and build strong relationships with your customers in the upcoming lectures. So I'll see you guys there.